All right, we are going to start the program now for the U.S. Chess Annual Awards Banquet. But I do encourage you all to continue to enjoy your lunch. We know everybody's on a tight schedule. Help yourself to seconds in between speeches, and also, of course, dessert, which I know chess players usually don't shy away from. So the first couple awards that we are going to give today are very special. It's actually the first year that we're giving out these awards to the Accessibility and Special Circumstances Person of the Year. And I really want to thank Janelle and Sean for all of their leadership in making this, spoiler alert, the Committee of the Year. But the first award goes to a person who has, by his actions or example, helped to increase inclusion and accessibility in chess. And really, what fits the U.S. Chess mission more than that goal? And I'm really excited to welcome to the stage Michael Lennox of Illinois, who's accepting in person. Michael is a retired U.S. Navy Chief Petty Officer, and he's the founder and president of several Chicago area chess clubs and the Illinois Chess Vets. I was particularly inspired by a quote I found by him that here is the most important aspect of the game of chess. If you play it, you are considered intelligent. I haven't met many that do not want to think they are smart. This is especially true for patients in rehabilitation. So thank you, Michael, for all that you do and for inspiring me and everyone else. Oh, the mic first.
Thanks. Hi guys, good morning or afternoon or whatever this is. For basically the club people out there or the state affiliates, I would like to offer this is different, I would like to offer you something for free. And I like free, I can afford it. So basically a couple of the program manuals and other stuff that we have for the VHS programs that we run. We do programs with two of the Chicago area VA hospitals with check recreational therapy. Sorry, my voice goes out. This includes basically about 30 years of my experience as a CPR instructor and community CPR and lifeguarding stuff and other things with the American Red Cross and the Navy's training stuff they did as well. So it includes Chess 101, 102, and 103. It's mainly to teach people how to play chess, absolute beginners, and basic strategy, basic tactics, way under most players in here. So, but the main thing, say again? Oh, so anyway, that's for free. So if you contact me, I'll send that to you. All right, I would like real quick for my wife to raise her hand. My wife, actually, this award goes to her because about 8 years ago, she told me to get out of the house and get a hobby. So if you're married, you understand that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations for all your work that you do with the Illinois Chess Vets. And as when Michael takes his pictures, I am going to introduce another Michael who unfortunately is not here today, but it's really a personal inspiration to me. I've always been a huge fan of Michael F. Pawn Agner. He loves his students so much. He's always cheering on the world youth champions that have been part of his programs or that he's worked with. Even kids that he doesn't know as well. I really can't think of a greater advocate for our young people than Michael F. Pawn Agner. He's super popular, a source of sunshine in our game. I'm personally grateful to him for always being so enthusiastic about Chess Life Online. He's also a math and engineering graduate of Stanford University, a U.S. Chess Life Master, and has been coaching chess since 2002. Many of his students have gone on to become champions, although most of them go on to other first moves than 1F4. Among his protégés, reigning U.S. chess champion Sam Shanklin, who as anybody who followed that tournament knows, completely defied the odds in order to win against the Big Three. Michael's also a member of the Accessibility and Special Circumstances Committee and the College Chess Committee as well. He's inspired many, including me, and I welcome Judith Starre to accept this award from Bay Area Chess. What's that? Oh, okay, well, Janelle's going to be coming up on the stage in just a few minutes, Judith. So, but no, I do really thank Janelle and Sean so much, because I've always felt that Michael Agner really deserves so much recognition, and I'm glad that he's getting it today. Did you want to add anything?
I just want to share one story. So we had the Super States in April, and at 10:30 p.m. we had the Blitz, and Michael was there analyzing games with the students, with these students who were waiting for the next round of the Blitz. You know how it is, long nights, and that picture is up on our Facebook. That captures everything of Michael. So he's really appreciative of this award.
Our next award is in recognition of the Chess City of the Year. Charlotte, North Carolina is amazing. It really is. There are 6 different U.S. chess affiliates sponsoring events in Charlotte. There are dozens of school programs, rated events 4 different days a week, every week, in various venues throughout the city. Charlotte has hosted hundreds of tournaments, literally hundreds of rated tournaments in the past year, including 3 national events. It's the first regional all-girls championship for the area, a 627-player scholastic state championship, and 4 Grand Master invitational events. Really quite an accomplishment. Just chess is thriving in Charlotte, and called Grant Owen to accept the award for Charlotte, North Carolina as our Chess City of the Year.
Thank you. Chess is really doing well all over the country, and Charlotte, North Carolina is no exception. We have hundreds of kids in our elementary schools. Tournaments are doing very well. But chess in general is really thriving, but that's mostly due to all of you, the players, organizers, tournament directors, and U.S. chess in general. Without you, none of this is really possible. So thank you very much, and go Fabiano.
Indeed, go Fabiano. Next we have the Chess Club of the Year Award, and that goes to Bay Area Chess. And accepting this award is going to be the Executive Director, Judith Starre, and the Deputy Director, Abel Talamantes. I got a chance to meet Judith and Abel earlier this week, and I was inspired by their vision, enthusiasm, and professionalism. 3 things we really need in chess, and I see so much here today. Here are a few things that Bay Area Chess is doing that are particularly inspiring. They provide lunch and after-school chess classes to 3,000 plus students in 100 plus after-school programs. They run programs ranging from well-funded to those that serve Title I schools. They employ a superstar roster of coaches, which includes more than a dozen grandmasters, IMs, and masters. And they held an incredible 190 events last year, including the Cal Chess K-12 Scholastic. So thank you very much, and here you go. Again.
Thank you so much. I first and foremost would like to thank the support of our board with Salma Nassar, Beatrice Mariano, Jay Stallings, Prasad Dasari, and Shureka. Our board is incredible and supportive. I would like to thank our amazing staff. Abel is my right-hand deputy director, and our coaches and TDs. We would not be able to offer all these events with our amazing staff, and the parents. It's really good to serve every player, regardless of their circumstances, whether they know chess, they don't know chess, whether they are really good or just starting. It's really good, and we'd like to continue that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We've already mentioned underdogs today, and another incredible, inspiring underdog story this year is that of the Pan American champions in the Final Four Champions Cup champions, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. We have Dr. Douglas Stobes, the Associate Dean, accepting on behalf of this team, which won the 2017 Pan Ams, the premier college chess event, and also the President's Cup, ahead of Webster, which had won several years prior. Just an incredible story, and I really want to recognize all the people that were on that team. The head coach, Grandmaster Bartek Masaya, Grandmaster Vladimir Balus, Camille Dragoon, Andres Ducopin, Jovanas Agabuzian, and Carlos Antonio Alejandro Evia, all grandmasters. Of course, at this era of college chess, it's impossible to win without an all-grandmaster team, but in this case, they were still the underdogs, and I'm really inspired, so thank you for accepting the award, Douglas.
On behalf of the students, faculty, staff, and the communities we serve, I'm proud to accept this on behalf of the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. We were also very proud of the fact that in a short 3-year lifespan, we turned 3 in September as the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. We brought them their very first national championship. So it's appropriate that we get Chess College of the Year, because without their support, we know we couldn't have won this great tournament. So thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Okay, the next award we want to present is to our Committee of the Year, and the Accessibility and Special Circumstances Committee, headed by Janelle Losoff and Sean Manras, has just been amazing. They truly are promoting our goals, the goals of U.S. chess, of enriching the lives of all persons and communities through increasing the play, study, and appreciation of the game. They're working to facilitate a national atmosphere that recognizes that chess can and will be enjoyed by all individuals, regardless of their social or economic status or physical or developmental capability. So I really want to welcome to the stage Janelle Losoff and Shan Manras, and congratulate the Accessibility and Special Circumstances Committee on really doing the important work of U.S. chess this year.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very humbling to see what I see and have the visions that I do. And I hope to share them with you, to give you a new perspective on people and their abilities. When I think about accessibility and brilliance, my hero is Dr. Stephen Hawking, a brilliant brain and also a chess player, though casually. I think everyone has wonderful opportunities, wonderful abilities, and we want to see those shine and make our organization inclusive, accessible, safe, comfortable, dignified, and fair. And that is part of my vision. My right-hand man, Sean Manroth, say hello.
Thank you, Mrs. Losoff. And Mrs. Losoff is truly the visionary of our Access Enabled agenda, and it's really a team effort. With her brilliant leadership, we've been able to accomplish some magnificent goals this year. We've built an extraordinary team, and above all, committee synergy has led to where we are. They say we're the Committee of the Year, but in fact, it's all the committees that have done this, and above all, our Executive Director, Carol Meyer, thank you. You have helped us understand and always follow the leadership of our Executive Board and their vision. So without you, nothing would be possible. And the staff, including Dan Lucas, you're just incredible, my friend. Just all of you, the staff, the Executive Board, Executive Director, thank you. And above all, Mrs. Losoff, our visionary. Next year, I look forward to serving you again, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Hey, Sean. Your class.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's always so great to hear from Janelle. And Sean, I got to know him in this tournament, and I'm really just completely thrilled that he's part of our community. Next up, we have an extremely special award, and this is the Distinguished Service Award, who goes to Gary Walters. Gary has served U.S. chess at the highest levels of leadership. I'll personally always remember his strong voice of support when my friend Nazi Pakidze, the reigning U.S. women's champion and also the champion at that time, refused to play in the Women's World Championship in Iran because she'd have to wear hijab. Gary was one of the first in chess governance to articulate his support for Nazi, and this really moved me and reminded me that U.S. chess is not just about increasing our membership, but also about doing the right thing. Gary was an EB member from 2010 to 2017, vice president from 2011 to 2015, before becoming our president in 2015 through 2017. We're grateful for his continual support on our committees, and I now welcome Alan Priest of the Executive Board to accept this award on his behalf. Congrats.
Gary had every intention of being here and contacted me a couple of weeks ago. There was an elderly family friend that it became very necessary for him to go see in North Carolina. But he is grateful that this community that he loves recognized his efforts. As Jen said, Gary's leadership on the board, and not leadership as president, just leadership on the board during the time he was there was really critical. So much that even after he left the board, we asked him to help us and continue with the hiring process for our new executive director this year. So Gary is very appreciative of the opportunity to receive this award, just as he's, and it's just sorry he couldn't be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alan.
Okay, so next we're going to present the Frank J. Marshall Ambassador Award, and we're presenting this to two people this year. The Marshall Ambassador Award is given to those who have been ambassadors for chess and for American chess. Recipients in the past have included those who have coached teams in international competition and acted as chess spokesmen, including through their FIDE service. The first award goes to Vic Pupils of Washington, who at 83 years old nonetheless played in the 2018 Washington State Closed Championship. It's a 10-player round robin, and he has qualified for and played in that event since 1954. Over his lifetime, Vic has played in tournaments in 24 states, Washington, D.C., and 4 foreign countries. He couldn't be here with us today to accept, but he did send this message of his advice based on his experience, which is incredible and says so much about what chess can do for all different people. Vic says, the immigrant experience is get an education, get a job, or 2 or 3. In your spare time, do what pleases you. Chess is educational. If you get apples and oranges or rooks and knights to act in unison, that is a transferable skill. It is also a merit system. In chess, your background does not matter. You can be rich or poor, young or old. What happens on the board is all up to you. Your opponent is just a blank piece of canvas. If you make the right decisions and solve the problem, you are rewarded. Those are the words of a real ambassador of chess, and so we're very happy to be presenting the award to Vic Pupils. The second recipient this year of the Frank Marshall Ambassador Award is someone that everybody in this room knows well. I met Frank Guadalupe when my son was 6 years old and just starting to play chess, and Frank was organizing and directing tournaments, and I saw how he welcomed the very young into the chess community. As my son and I got more involved in chess and started traveling, I started to recognize that Frank was so much more than that. And we have watched his service to U.S. chess over the years. He has served as the FIDE zonal president from 2010 to 2016, representing the United States there. He has been an international arbiter. He has been a national events director. He was the interim executive director of U.S. Chess. He was our national events coordinator. He has been the go-to person for U.S. Chess over the years and has always been willing to step in and fulfill whatever role is needed. Frank, we can't thank you enough for being such a great ambassador for chess in the United States.
Thank you, Leila. I got 1 minute. Start the clock. Back in 1968, I left home for college to study chemical engineering on a academic scholarship, but that didn't last long. My love was basketball, but when I went to college, I discovered the game of chess, and it really attracted me so much that eventually I spent too much time either playing basketball or playing chess, and I lost my scholarship about a year and a half later. So my dad was extremely upset with me, and I didn't know what to do. So I know what you're thinking. Really, Frank? Basketball? But back then in 1968, I was a very tall Puerto Rican. In any event, I joined the service and stayed 23 years. And after that, we had a couple sons, Bonnie and I. One started playing chess, Francisco, and he became really good at it. He's at 2400 now, an engineer working for Raytheon Missile Systems in Arizona. And I started directing, organizing events. So my dad thought it was a waste of time, me getting involved in chess when I was in college. And here I am. I have occupied those positions that Leila mentioned, and then some. And it has been my privilege to not only hold those positions, but to represent the players in U.S. chess, not only in the U.S., but in other countries. I just got back from Santiago, Chile, where I was with the Pan American Youth. Although I no longer work for U.S. chess, Carol and Boyd asked me to go down there. I think it was because I speak Spanish, I'm not sure. And maybe because down there is wintertime. And they didn't want to go. But in any event, I am very honored to be here receiving this award today. I'm very humbled, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Frank. Congratulations. What a beautiful award. Thank you so much, Frank. And the next award is Grandmaster of the Year. Any guesses? Wild guess? Of course, this year it was an easy pick. I'm honored that the Caruana family asked me to accept the Grandmaster of the Year award on behalf of Fabiano Caruana, the first American to compete for the undisputed head-to-head world championship title since Bobby Fischer. Fabiano has always been one of my favorite chess players. Some even think that I'm a crazy chess mom because I named my own son Fabian, who is now 18 months old. In fact, I actually just really like the name Fabi, but you'll have to check back at the 2021 kindergarten championships to find out if I'm actually a crazy chess mom. You know, I became an even bigger fan of Fabiano when he recently accepted his invitation to defend our Olympic gold medals, despite being due just a month later for the biggest match of his life. I found that to be an incredible loyalty to his teammates, to our federation, and to our country. Fabiano passed on his regrets that he couldn't accept this award in person. He is both preparing hard for a certain Norwegian Grandmaster and celebrating his 26th birthday in St. Louis with close friends. He passed on the following message to me. Thanks to U.S. Chess for your support, especially all the young people who cheered me on and signed cards for me at the Nationals. It's really meaningful to know I'm inspiring the next generation. And in fact, we still have some cards for those of you who haven't gotten a chance yet to sign to Fabiano and wish him good luck against Magnus. November is coming, and we are on hashtag Team Fabi. Join me in giving a round of applause for what we hope will be our next world champion. It's nice. All right, I'll take this back to St. Louis.
Right. The next awards that we want to present are what we call the Honorary Chessmate Award. And the Chessmate Award recognizes the spouses or partners of players, organizers, and volunteers who have, including those who have themselves been active in chess. This year we're presenting two of these. The first goes to Bonnie Guadalupe of Texas. Bonnie says that chess, recognizes chess has a way of becoming a family affair, and for her, that was certainly true. She started out as a chess parent for her two sons, and quickly she found herself pulled into assisting with backroom duties, becoming a club TD, and just helping in every single way. As I mentioned, my family got to know the Guadalupes as organizers, and we saw Bonnie working tirelessly at all of these events and making sure that all of the little things happened, that the newbies felt welcome, that the parents learned the ropes, that the kids learned how tournaments work, and just brought all of that quiet sensitivity that was so important to making things run smoothly. She has been Frank's chess partner, and she doesn't consider herself qualified to give advice to a player, but she offers the following. She says, support the passion that your spouse and kids have for the game. At times, there have been sacrifices when Frank has been away, like when he had to spend time in Crossville when he was the interim director, when he traveled to other countries for FIDE events and congresses, and when he and Francisco were traveling to events all over the U.S. But she always saw the benefits of the game that they loved provided and what that brought to her family. Bonnie, thank you so much for your support.
I just want to say I'm honored to receive the award. Thank you.
The second recipient of the Honorary Chessmate Award is Edith Just. Edith supported Tim, who we all know has given so much, and she regards her greatest contribution to chess to supporting him through his interest in attending tournaments, even allowing him to go to some in Vegas on their anniversary weekend. She has just gone overboard on that. She has so much enjoyed meeting Tim's chess colleagues, some of whom have become friends and really enriched her life, and she sees this award as a recognition of Tim's service to the community and the support he has in doing it. I know if I go on and on, Tim's going to call the question, so I'm going to ask Tim to tell us a few words about Edith and how she's supported him.
The real reason she has supported me is, and she's not here now, is that she gets the house to herself for a week at a time.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the 2016 Junior Grand Prix winner, and the winner is Alex Hung of the Bay Area. He's going to accept in person. He's here at the U.S. Open, in the front row, actually. This young man is very active, talented, focused, and is a longtime member of Bay Area Chess. He's currently giving back via community service. In fact, I heard from Judith and Abel that he's at 100 hours plus now, and that he's really doing great through this experience. I also looked up his tournament record in the year for which he won this award, the 2017 Junior Grand Prix, and I was absolutely blown away. In December 2016 to December 2017, Alan gained 400 rating points. So now he's here to explain us all how he did it, so we can replicate it. Alan, congratulations. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wonderful.
I would just like to say that, well, first and foremost, just admit two things. One, I don't think I'm dressed properly in this conference. And second, I did not know that this award existed until he contacted me, which is kind of suspicious, but I mean, I feel like one of my philosophies of playing chess, and then also in order to get better at chess as a player and also as like a person that teaches other kids, is to always play people that are better than you. Because in order for you to improve, you must immerse yourself in an environment that allows for improvement instead of just being at the top of the environment. And that's why I think maybe that's why I got this award, because I always played maybe suspiciously in like a lot of open tournaments with a lot of 2,000 players, even though I'm only 1,500, and still getting beaten, but sometimes getting some lucky wins. And I would just like to again thank you all for this award, and that's it. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Alan, so much for speaking. I'm so happy that you spoke because you told me you weren't going to, and then you did great. And not only does he win this beautiful trophy, but he also gets $1,000. So.
Congratulations, Alan. All right, next up is the Kaltanowski Award. This year we're giving out 3 of these, 1 gold and 2 silver. And the Kaltanowski Award is a medal recognizing chess sponsorship, including through those who have really donated of their time and their money to chess. The Gold Award this year is being presented to Dwayne Barber. I've had the privilege of getting to know Dwayne over the last 7 years, since the first time my kid was invited to play in the Barber Tournament of Champions, and watching his tireless efforts to promote the Barber, the Danker, the National Girls Tournament, and also all of the other things that he turns out to do. He brings special prizes and tchotchkes for the kids from all over the world. He reminds them all of the history of all the chess. And as the Women's Committee has developed its work over the years through the girls' clubs, he's done things like provide prizes for us to give to mothers on Mother's Day as they give up their Mother's Day weekend to be at elementary nationals. Dwayne, we thank you so much for all that you do and have done for chess. We really appreciate it. Please come up and say a few words about your Kaltanowski Award.
Here it is. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the board. I'd like to thank Frank Guadalupe for being able to monitor my time up here. I know it's valuable, but I wanted to show you something. Grandmaster Kaltanowski approached me, just a chess player, happened to be in my area, in my city. And he said, Dwayne, I want to write a book about my blindfold experiences. This is the book we published in 1990. Contains all of his blindfold exhibitions that he did. At one time, I believe he held either 6 or 7 world blindfold records for the Guinness Book of World Record. And I know we have a young man here. I have to recognize him. Please also, a nice round of applause for Timur Gareyev, our blindfold world champion, right there. Please stand up. Please stand up, young man. Sponsorship is the lifeblood of everything we do, and we hope that as you have an opportunity to move forward, you will consider that. I'm currently talking to the board about some special new scholarship opportunities. Scholarship is something we have to take forward, especially with our young people. I think, as our present status is, it is time to move forward in that area. I will be involved, and I thank all of you, and I thank everyone for this award. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. I know that he has a lot more to say, so I invited Dwayne to do a follow-up on Chess Life Online, so I hope you take me up on it. And we actually have a couple more Kaltanowski Awards today, including one, the Silver Kaltanowski Award, for a friend of mine who I'll be accepting on his behalf, Richard Schifrin and Barbara Schifrin of Pennsylvania, so right around my neck of the woods. Richard is so passionate about doing more for our young girls, and a few years ago he contacted me and asked me what kind of things could be done. I talked about the National Girls Tournament of Champions, and for the last few years he's been the sponsor of the top $5,000 prize. He and his wife Barbara want to see more girls in STEM fields and believe that chess is a gateway activity to more equitable representation, not just in chess, but in lots of fields where we don't have enough women. Richard also stepped up at the last minute to fund a video short, Girls in Chess, that me and the U.S. Women's Committee feel really strongly about, and I'm happy to say that you'll soon be seeing it on a mainstream venue. Take a look around, even in this very room, and you'll see that we made a lot of progress in bringing and keeping more girls in our team game. But Maureen's out there, and we're not done until we reach 50%, right? We need people like Richard and Barbara on our team, and I'm really honored to accept this award on their behalf. So, thank you. Wow, these awards really are beautiful. They inspire you to do more, right? Although I see so many faces in this audience. You're all doing so much for the game. It's a really exciting day for me. Next up, we actually have another really important award, also the Silver Kodanowski Medal. And this one goes to 2 Sigma. 2 Sigma has been a multi-year supporter of the World Youth and World Cadet teams. Their support has allowed the U.S. Chess Federation to furnish team uniforms, acquire a team room at the events, and host a team dinner. But I'm going to let a few quotes from members of our delegation explain why this is so valuable. The U.S. Chess head of delegation, V. Friedman, says that the team uniform serves as a symbol of team spirit and patriotism for all in the delegation. One of the students herself, Ritika Pandey, said that the sponsored uniforms we received from 2 Sigma not only gave us a professional look, but also the confidence that every serious chess player needs. Wearing the uniform makes me proud to represent the United States chess team in this huge international event, and it really boosted my confidence. So thank you very much, 2 Sigma, for your incredible support over the last few years. And next up, we have the Meritorious Service Awards, which I will pass the mic back to Leila.
So this year, U.S. Chess is awarding the Meritorious Service Award to 4 people for the significant and sustained service that they've done to chess at the local level over a long period of time. The first recipient is Brad Phillips of Wisconsin. Brad started playing chess when he was 7 after receiving a set and book from his uncle, but he waited 22 years to enter his first tournament. After playing and studying for a few years, he became kind of a chess evangelist and started no less than 5 chess clubs in various parts of his city. For several years, he taught chess at the University of Wisconsin Union mini courses and conducted chess activities involving inmates at the Oxford Federal Prison. To other chess enthusiasts, he provides the following advice. He says, we should all enjoy playing chess whether we win, lose, or draw. We should enjoy learning about chess and enjoy our interaction with other players. Brad?
Thank you very much. I appreciate this a lot. I've enjoyed promoting chess locally for over 30 years, as mentioned, in elementary school chess clubs and library chess clubs. It's been a particular joy of mine to simply watch average, ordinary people of all ability levels come to my chess activities and enjoy themselves. A particular joy of mine was watching Grandmaster Awonder Liang as a 5- and 6-year-old, and 7, I guess, also, and watching his development in my chess clubs. Of course, by the time he was 7, he was beating me regularly, so, but that's a joy also. And so I appreciate this very much. I never thought I'd receive an award for all of this, but I will be eternally grateful. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And the second, Brad, if you'd like to step over for a photo, we're going to do photos with Mike Hoffpower right over here. The second Meritorious Service Award this year goes to Fred Lang of Wisconsin, a longtime teacher and chess coach at the University School of Milwaukee, which is a K-12 school on Milwaukee's northeast side. It's produced state champion scholastic teams at all levels and has taken teams to nationals many times. When the Milwaukee High School Chess League was floundering, Fred stepped forward to resurrect the organization and turn it into a highly successful competitive league, utilizing the U.S. Chess vouchers to bring rated play to the league. Through him, his school has purchased at least 300 vouchers for several years, introducing hundreds of young players to U.S. chess. Fred?
Thank you. I wasn't always into chess. I have 4 older brothers, and one of them was really big into the Fisher years, and he would beat me blindfolded. And that sort of told me, maybe I'm not so good at this. And so I didn't really get back into it again until college. But then when I came to university school, I took over a math job from somebody who was the chess coach. So it was kind of a natural slip in. And it's just really grown on me over the years. So even though I've never really excelled at the game, I love it. I love it to death. I start every day on chess.com with a daily puzzle. And I still can't get them, but sometimes it's brute force, sometimes I'm inspired to actually figure out a solution. And what really gets me is just watching the kids enjoy the game so much. And that blindfold thing came back to me because many van trips I'd have, the kids would be playing each other blindfold chess, from the back of the bus to the front of the bus. So it's been a great trip. Thank you.
Congrats.
Our third Meritorious Service Award goes to Randy Bubels of Wisconsin. While still working, Randy started a chess club at his children's school. It became so successful that other schools in the district took note, and they asked to have a club too. So before he would go to work, 4 days a week, he'd go to different schools and run their chess programs as before-school programs. During the summer, he runs chess camps. Now he's retired. With his children long since graduated, he continues to run 4 programs in the mornings during the school year. Other parents who had children in his program are now starting up clubs in neighboring Milwaukee suburbs, extending his influence on the chess community. He was named the New Berlin Citizen of the Year for his work in the schools. He's had many memorable moments in chess, observing the pride that players, parents, and grandparents feel when a dream is achieved. His contribution at the local level is exactly what we all need in all of our communities to spread the game to new generations of chess players. Randy, congratulations.
My family members snickered when they heard, oh, you're going to give him a microphone and a 1-minute time limit? But anyway, when I started 15 years ago coaching in New Berlin, I was teaching the basic moves, the names of the pieces, even to the 6th graders. I teach age 5 to 11. And now there's been in 15 years, over 2,100 kids in New Berlin now play chess. And some of them are graduates from college now. And it's when you were talking about the emphasis on women in chess and girls in chess, one of my favorite stories is from about 10 years ago. I had a 4-year-old girl that played in Pittsburgh in the national championship in the K1 division. She was 4 years old, and when she came out of her second round game, she was kind of leaning against the post and dark eyes, dark hair, wearing this cute little frilly dress, the lacy socks with the shiny shoes. And I said, Nisha, how did you do? And she said, I won. He wasn't very good. So that epitomizes my love of seeing little girls do really well at chess, because when you have a 3rd grade girl, 4th grade girl who's playing in, say, in the top skill level. I have 5 skill levels in my club, and they're playing in the top skill level, and the boys learn to respect girls because they realize they have to bring their A game. At first they say, oh, she's younger, she's a girl, I can just walk right over her, and when she beats them, then they gain respect for girls, and I think that's great. I'm a father of 2 daughters. And speaking of my family, when you talk about spouses supporting chess, one of the things that my wife always says is, we don't live in a home, we live in a chess warehouse. I have hundreds of chess sets, and chess sets all over because I support so many schools. So thank you very much. I appreciate the award.
And the 4th recipient this year of this award is Jerry Newgarten from Illinois. Harold Winston, I believe, is going to accept on his behalf. Jerry is the vice president of the Chicago Chess Foundation, which has served more than 7,000 kids over the last 2 years, and whose programs are completely free. Harold, would you like to say a few words about it?
All right. Jerry sent me an acceptance thing that does also talk about his work for chess.
All right, I'm sorry I can't be with you today, but I'm honored to be recognized with this award and delighted my good friend Harold Winston is accepting it on my behalf. I suspect the award reflects primarily what we've done in Chicago the last few years to begin to make it competitive with other major chess cities. Chicago Chess Foundation has served more than 7,500 low-income Chicago kids in the past 3 years. It runs 3 tournaments and camps, builds clubs in schools that don't have them, and supplies advanced coaches to schools ready to step up their game. We also arranged for 82 low-income Chicago kids to participate for the first time in this year's Illinois State Championship at no cost. I would like to thank the people who've worked especially hard to make this happen. The effort was begun by the Illinois Chess Association, and special thanks go to Mike Cardinale, who just received ICA's Lifetime Achievement Award, and to 3 others, Tom Sprandel, Bill Brock, and Ted Oppenheimer. Special thanks also go to Mike Bologna and Ben Wong, who've each served as president of the Chicago Chess Foundation, and to the hundreds of volunteers who have provided steady support. Many thanks also to Harold and Al Lawrence of the U.S. Chess Trust, whose consistent support has been important to our effort. Thank you. You want me to do the Hall of Fame right now?
Yeah. We also, and I also invite Harold, before he takes his photos, to make an announcement on behalf of the Hall of Fame.
All right. As time is short, basically, I'm just going to read the wording on the plaques to the 2 Americans who were inducted this year by me into the U.S. Chess Hall of Fame. The first one is Bill Goichberg, 1942 to the present. A great innovator in American chess, Bill Goichberg pioneered in holding rated scholastic tournaments, 1966, and originated the National High School Championship, 1969, the National Junior High School Championship, 1973, the National Elementary K-6 Championship, 1976, and the National K-12 Championship, 1991. Goichberg originated non-smoking events, 1973, the Grand Prix, 1979, and rated beginner opens, 1990. He also ran many GMIM Swiss norm events to help American players earn FIDE titles and popularize sudden death time controls in the quad format. Goichberg has organized thousands of tournaments, including the World Open, 1973 to the present, the world's largest chess tournament for most of the past 45 years. The second inductee is Grandmaster Alex Onischuk, 1975 to the present. Born in the Ukraine, Alex immigrated to the United States in 2001. He's one of only 6 American players to have attained a FIDE rating of 2,700. He's competed in every U.S. chess championship since 2004. In 2006, Onischuk won the U.S. Chess Championship, and he's either tied for or taken 2nd or 3rd place 7 times: 2004, 2007, 2008, 09, 2012, 2013, and 2017. He's represented the United States in 6 chess Olympiads from 2004 through 2014, and 6 World Team Championships from 2005 to 2017. He also played board 1 on the U.S. gold medal winning team at the 2013 Pan American Team Championship. In 2012, he became the head coach and director of the nationally recognized chess program at Texas Tech University. And those are our 2 inductees this year.
Thank you, Harold. Next, we're going to recognize our Organizers of the Year, and there are 2 recipients this year. The first of those is a real force who I've gotten to know through our work together on the Women's Committee, Sophia Rode. Sophia is an educator first and foremost, and she uses chess in education to reach children of all levels of chess. Her work on the Women's Committee has been amazing. Her organization of events has been amazing. She's been doing this not just for a year, but for a long time. I had the good fortune, by luck this year, to be in New York the weekend that she was organizing the New York State Girls Championship and attracted 240 players this year. I'd like to ask her friend Steve Emmett to step forward and present the award to Sophia.
So it's a real honor for me to be here and do this. Excuse me. I've known Sophia for 30 years, and she has a number of singular achievements and accomplishments in the chess world. Sophia is the youngest international arbiter in the world. When she got the title, she was the youngest, and she remains that way because FIDE changed the rules, so no international arbiters over 21 are allowed. So when she earned the title at 19, running or arbiting at the candidates matches, she was and still is the current record holder of that title. She has organized a number of important tournaments. She organizes the second and first New York State Women's Girls Championship, I should say. These are, in fact, the largest girls' championships, with the exception of the Kasparov National Girls Championship. Other than those, these are the national championships. These are the largest girls' championships in the country for the past 2 years. She's also founded the Magnus High School and also Junior High School Chess League as a way of keeping young people in high school age involved and playing and active in chess and in the USCF, because these are USCF-rated tournaments. One of her probably lesser-known accomplishments, or two of them, go back a ways. She was the organizer of the 1994 Intel PCA qualifier for the Intel World Chess Championship. That was a New York qualifier, and that tournament was held in what once was the Winter Garden in New York City, and that was a tournament that featured 70 grandmasters, and it, I believe, holds the record for the tournament that that has the largest number of grandmasters ever to participate in any USCF-rated tournament. That was in 1994. She followed that up in 1995 with the next year's qualifier to the Intel World Championship, and she had a little tougher time then because she had to do some of that work while she was in the hospital after having given birth. So that was a pretty impressive accomplishment, and I could go on, but I won't. Sophia and I were looking for a quote to give to you. We don't really have a good quote other than Sophia is the greatest.
Thank you, Steve, for your heartfelt words. Our other organizer of the year is Glenn Panner of Illinois. Glenn stood out early when, as a 14-year-old chess player, he stepped up and pitched in by helping set up and performing various other tournament tasks. It was a springboard for his lifelong interest in organizing and directing. He has an impressive organizing resume. He's organized or co-organized 8 Illinois state championships, 17 national championship events. He's organized a memorial benefit for Seb Maradian that provided $7,000 for Savant's family. He shattered attendance records at the 2017 Senior Open, the Illinois K8 Grade Championship, and the 2018 U.S. Amateur Team North. He lends his experience to U.S. chess by serving on the U.S. Open Committee. Glenn, thank you so much for your contributions.
Wow, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I know it was a little touch and go there, right?
I was going to make it no matter what. I just want to thank U.S. Chess for recognizing me for this award. As exciting as it's been to receive the award, it was even more exciting to be nominated by a good friend of mine, Fred Grunberg, who was my mentor. And I met when I was the same age as my son. I met him when I was 13 years old, and he served for so many years as kind of the gold standard for organizing chess tournaments anywhere. It's also really thrilling to be honored alongside Sophia, who's a friend of mine. As we know, as chess players, we're fantastic at spotting problems and talking about problems. Sophia has another skill that I really admire, which is Sophia comes to the table with solutions to those problems. So, congratulations to Sophia. It's also great to have so many friends in the crowd, and including other people who have won Organizer of the Year. Judith with Bay Area Chess, who's right in front of me, who won it last year, and also not with us in person was my good friend, the late Savan Moradian, who won this award. And I learned so much about organizing from a few other people also in this crowd. Tim Just, who was very kind to put up with me as a co-organizer for many years, my incessant questions, and just being a general nuisance. Edith deserves that award for putting up with me as well as with you. And Al and Janelle Lossoff, who I learned so much from being a part of the National Open and Las Vegas Chess Festival. A lot of what I do in trying to make player-friendly events, which is what I really strive for, is from watching how they have excelled at doing that over so many years. And of course, I can't be, I can't leave the stage, even though my minute's probably long up, without thanking my wife Andrea and my son Gabe for putting up with me being gone as much as I am for these events, and to enjoy this. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. And I'd like to reiterate my congratulations for these Organizer of the Year's awards. Of course, I see a table of people so proud of Sophia. And when I asked Glenn about what he wanted me to say about him in winning Organizer of the Year, it was just incredibly humble. He actually just mentioned other people that were so inspiring to them, including Sophia. So a great award. And now we're going to move on to the Outstanding Career Achievement Awards, and I'm going to pass the mic back to Leila.
So we're going to recognize three people this year for their outstanding career achievement. The first is Jim Nickel of Wisconsin, whose beginnings were quite humble. He learned to play the game from an encyclopedia, and after studying for 22 years, he decided he was ready to enter his first tournament. In 1981, he tied for first place in the amateur section of the Wisconsin Chess Championship. He's been a president in the Wisconsin Chess Association for decades. He preceded Mike Needleman as president in the mid-1980s. He's a longtime director of a chess club known for its annual memorial tournament. So congratulations, Jim.
Thanks to USCF. I'm 80 years old. I hope I can keep this up for another 40 years. I'll yield my remaining time to the next speaker.
Thank you, Jim. Our second Career Achievement Award goes to someone who we all know and love, Guy Hoffman of Wisconsin. Guy operated the University of Wisconsin Chess Club for 38 years. He's a prolific TD, leading Wisconsin the number of events directed. He says his most memorable experience was being invited to direct the National Open in Chicago. He served on the Wisconsin Chess Association Board of Directors since the 80s and has served as its treasurer, secretary, and vice president, or as he prefers to call it, the president of vice. Guy's an active member of the U.S. chess committees, including his role as chair of the States Committee and co-chair of bylaws. His advice to chess enthusiasts is playing is more important than studying. Congratulations, Guy.
I also prefer to save the time of this body, and so we can get the membership, the delegate meeting going again.
For our next award, I invite Al Lawrence up to the stage to honor Jim Eade for outstanding career achievement. Al of the Chess Trust.
Thank you, Jennifer. And thanks to the two previous speakers, because I'll be taking a half hour or so. Thank you very much. Now, I know Jim Eade as a brilliant and supportive friend who can solve problems creatively and always gets by a challenge that you have with a laugh line. That's very important. But this is a Career Achievement Award, so I really want to let you know some of the extensive accomplishments that Jim has contributed to all of us. He was originally part of the Fisher boom, 1972, played his first game, like so many of us about our age. And after he got a history degree at UMass, he moved to California when he was an expert. He already graduated from college, he was an expert, but he quickly collected Life Master, FIDE Master, and International Correspondence Master. We think of that as, nowadays, as you're having to be about 6 years old when you play your first game to do all those accomplishments. He became Cal Chess president. He edited the magazine. He did simuls for the Colte Chess for Youth program. Along the way, he got a master's in human resources from the University of San Francisco. Some great players know him as a sponsor and an organizer of many invitational events, including the 1995 Pan Pacific, was won by Korchnoi. In 1996, he started his national service to what we then called the USCF. Seems so archaic now, right? US Chess. Then it was the Policy Board, and he served until 1999 with distinction. After that, he became FIDE president in 2000. He became the president of Hypermodern Chess and published 10 chess books. Among them, one he wrote, which is probably the best-selling chess book in the world, which I thought when I first saw it was just for me. It was Chess for Dummies. How many people have seen Chess for Dummies in the store, right? It's been translated into 12 languages, and when he told his friend Mark Pinto that it had been translated into Russian, Mark said, "When is it going into English?" So he can take a joke as well as give it. He's now president of the U.S. Chess Trust. He became a board member of the U.S. Chess Trust and a real contributor in 2000. He became treasurer in 2005 and president in 2010. Jim Eade is a gentleman. He's a chess master. He's a dedicated contributor to the game that we all love, and most of all to the people who need it the most. Jim Eade. Oops, sorry.
Thank you. If you stay with your career, Jen will give you a little kiss on the cheek. So keep at it. I just wanted to say that quite a while back, I had an acrimonious divorce from the USCF, and it was about finances and financial transparency. And I am now very much reassured that that's been handled very well, and I support the U.S. Chess as much as ever. I did the USCF. And I also just wanted to say that this is kind of, to me, an olive branch that I accept as gratefully and as humbly as I possibly can. And I want to thank the organization and all of those who were behind this. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations to Jim. Always such a positive force in the chess world. Feels like he's always smiling. And next up we have the Outstanding Player Achievement Awards, awarded to the individual, actually we have two this year, who had outstanding tournament result or series of results this year. The first award is to FM Andrew Clarklands of Illinois. He grew to be one of the top players in the Midwest from the 1970s to the early 1990s. And during this time, he twice played in the U.S. Chess Championship. He has a deep knowledge of opening theory without using a computer. Not many can say that right now. And in the nomination for this award, it was noted that Andrew has been tremendously active and strong throughout all of his ages. And he said he's not able to accept the award today, but he offered the following advice to all of you and other chess aficionados. Always look for truth in the game as much as possible. So congratulations to Andrew Garklands. Next up, we have somebody that a lot of people are fans of right now, Grandmaster Timur Gureyev. He seems to be everywhere at once, giving finals in Hawaii, Las Vegas, India, Kansas, often running marathons or engaged in some kind of new adventure sport. Whatever it is, Timur's probably doing it while playing blindfold chess. He's known as the Blindfold King. He broke the Guinness Book of World Records for blindfold chess back in 2016 when he played 48 games blindfold while on a spin bike. All right. I see a lot of people here want to follow in his footsteps. Gureyev truly embodies the adventurous spirit that attracts many young people to the culture of chess. And I welcome him to receive his award.
I wanted to bring a special guest, I think.
We appreciate it. Bear is the most popular soul here at the U.S. Open.
Thank you for the award. This is truly remarkable to serve up to this level in playing chess tournaments in the U.S. and being engaged in teaching, sharing some ideas. We just ran a chess camp over in Lindsborg, Kansas, with Karpov Chess School. It was a lot of fun. Probably the best camp in the past few years. My mother is working with the chess school. She's the executive director, so it's fun for her to come out and get to meet all the activists and chess players. All the fun people who are engaged in chess from all around the United States. Mr. Stoves, congratulations. Big victory. I was part of UTB at one point. It was a phenomenal experience. Just coming out to the U.S., getting a scholarship, studying. It was a lot of pressure for me at that very point, so I ended up changing my path. Eventually did graduate with a degree in marketing, which I'm truly grateful for. I'd like to say thank you to Jennifer Valance, who helped me and organized together the world record event. I don't think it would have ever happened as beautiful or ever happened, really, if it wasn't for her. So truly, thank you for everybody present. U.S. Chess Federation. Where'd you go?
We definitely need an award for him next year.
Yeah, and this tournament is one of the greatest events, as I figured, just because we have this, where everybody gets together and celebrates chess, the game we all love. There you go. Thank you.
Next up, we have Outstanding Team Performance Award. Head of delegation of V. Friedman thought it might be tough to top the U.S. success at the 2016 World Cadet Team. But the incredible team shocked everyone and came home from Brazil with 3 gold medals, 3 silver, and 1 bronze. For the second year in a row, the U.S. also won the collective top country prize. Many thanks and congratulations are in order to the entire squad and the coaching roster, which included a V. Friedman, the head of delegation, and Grandmaster John Fedorowicz, who is here, Grandmaster Alex Golden, I am Andronik Medikozian, Grandmaster Robert Hess, and Grandmaster Robert Hingansky. And as Hingansky and Fedorowicz come up to receive the award, I want to quote Grandmaster Robert Hess, who said that my personal methodology is made abundantly clear to all my students. Each and every player has a rating of 0. the first question I ask when you return from a game is, how did you play, and never, how did you do? Robert is an incredible inspiration. Robert Hess, that quote was from, but Lungowski, we're so happy to have you here to say a few words. Unless John wants to.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll be fast. I always considered it an honor to represent the United States on any Olympic teams or any other type of teams, and that goes for the coaching the kids at the World Youth also. And every time I go, I do my best. It's our country, it's the United States kids, and we take it very seriously. It is fun. I love chess, so teaching chess is, I don't consider it work. And so thank you for this award, and I'd like to thank Sunil Waramantri for helping me be a better chess teacher. He's taught me in the past few years how to become more thorough, and it helps a lot. And congratulations to my friends Sophia and Jameed for their awards. Thank you very much. And here's Robert.
In 2001, I played my first international tournament, which was an under-14 Pan American championship held in Argentina. And that tournament just blew my mind. I mean, after that, I was hooked. I got to experience what it was like to play a tournament with top players in the country and even in the whole continent. And after that experience, I knew I wanted to be a professional chess player. So now, being honored for coaching kids that are maybe in that same situation is a real privilege to me, so I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Completely incredible accomplishment. I used to play in those World Youth Championships, and I can tell you, not a single game is easy. Everybody is out there to get you. So having that many medals, it's extraordinary. And next up, we have Leila to introduce the Scholastic Service Award, which we're very excited about.
So the Scholastic Service Award obviously goes to someone who has contributed greatly to service of scholastic chess, and this year that award is going to Elizabeth Shaughnessy of California, and I understand that Renate Otterbach is going to accept on her behalf. Renate, you have a few words to say about Elizabeth?
Elizabeth sent me her acceptance speech, so I will read it. Thank you so much for this award. It is very gratifying to have my 37 years of effort on behalf of scholastic chess recognized by the national organization. Berkeley Chess School was the originator of the teaching model that is now successfully implemented throughout the San Francisco Bay Area and beyond, a model that does not rely on outside funding but essentially pays for itself. In 37 years, Berkeley Chess School has gone from one school to over 150 plus schools, from 72 students to 7,200 students plus annually. Has seen our students become grandmasters among the top 100 in the world, analysts to rating world champions, and now the 2018 US champion. Brought chess to thousands of students in Title I schools, juvenile halls, boys and girls clubs, etc., where the benefits of chess are palatable. Created a serious outreach program for girls, women, and seniors, purchased a building where chess players, old and young, for generations to come, can attend classes, play in tournaments, and meet friends. No one person can do it all. Cooperation and collaboration best serves the chess community, as is seen in the success of women's and girls' regional tournaments, where, with the help of the U.S. Chess Women's Committee, women from all over the country, supported and encouraged by each other, ran first-time successful regional tournament. Receiving this prestigious award speaks of an organization that recognizes my efforts to make the world a better place through chess. US chess is part of our success. Thank you.
Congratulations. Some of you might think we're in a bit of time pressure, but don't worry. Leila and I play better in those positions. And next up we have a special friend of U.S. chess, and that is the Flynn Sign Company, a really spectacular donation to the United States Chess Federation. Crossville Area Sign Company, Flynn Sign Company, has been promoting chess all over the city with 2 stunning towering billboards along Interstate 40 proclaiming Crossville as the home of U.S. chess. And we want to thank Tom Flynn for being a leader in promoting the game in U.S. Chess's headquarters. Harry Sabine is here to accept the award on behalf of Flynn Sign Company. Thank you, Harry.
Let me just say that most of us that try to organize chess tournaments have to fight and scratch to get any kind of publicity. To have Tom come to us and say, can I do billboards for you free? And he runs a tremendous sign company in Cumberland County, and I don't even know how many billboards he has. But he produced, I think, a final total so far of 54 billboards that we've had over the last 6 months. If anybody's interested in seeing what he did for us, see Susan Catter. She's got a flash drive and can show you all 54 that he did. I am deeply indebted to him for asking me to accept for him, but it's a wonderful thing that he's done for us. Thank you.
Also on our Instagram.
All right, next we're going to recognize the Special Services Award, which recognizes special activity or collection of achievements in a specific area. We have 2 recipients this year. The first is Richard Reich of Wisconsin, a U.S. chess member since the 1960s, who's helped to preserve U.S. chess history by entering over 10,000 games in electronic format from old chess magazines, bulletins, and columns. Many of those are now in Mega Database 2018. Thank you so much to Richard Reich.
I'd like to thank U.S. Chess for this very unexpected but very much appreciated award. I'd like to thank my family for tolerating my chess addiction for these many years. I'd also like to thank my chess teachers over the years, National Master Peter Webster, International Master Josh Mannion, and Grandmaster Lev Albert for trying to impart a small part of their wonderful knowledge to my lowly Class A ability. But most of all, I'd like to thank the other members of the Gang of Four who've contributed much more than I to preserving our chess heritage. That's International Master John Donaldson, chess expert Andrew Ansell, and Eduardo Balza. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. There you go. Congratulations. Our next Special Services Award goes to Eduardo Balza Mercere of New York. And Mercere has helped to preserve U.S. chess history, particularly pre-1950, by entering over 10K games into electronic format from old chess magazines, bulletins, and columns. Many of these games are now in Mega Database 2018. His advice to other chess players is to enjoy the game in all its facets. So congratulations to Eduardo. I don't think we have anyone accepting his award, so we'll make sure that it gets sent to him. And next up, we have the Tournament Director Lifetime Achievement Award. This one goes to Irv Sedlock. And Irv Sedlock was a fixture in Illinois chess for decades. He TD'd many K8 scholastics at a time when people didn't believe that these events could stand on their own. Irv was actually the chief TD of 16 straight K8 Illinois state championships. Irv was very generous with his time. I can see Janelle nodding in the front row, and mentored numerous TDs. Now, many of those TDs have gone on to mentor others, so a big round of applause for Irv Sedlock. And we'll also send that award on to Irv. So, next one's a special one to me. Tournament Director of the Year Award, which goes to National TD Chris Bird, also an IA. Chris is an incredible asset to any tournament he's at. He really can do it all. I've known Chris for a while. He can write, he can photograph, he plays, he edits, And most importantly for today's honor, he's also an incredible tournament director. His most recent major achievement was being chief TD of the largest Super Nationals ever. This was a high point in a career that also saw Chris as chief TD of the National Open, the U.S. Championship, and the Singfield Cup. Chris offered the following advice to chess enthusiasts since he can't be here today. Work as many events as you can, from small scholastics to large opens. There's always something to learn. At first you will make many mistakes, but that is part of the learning curve to becoming a better tournament director. So congratulations to Chris Bird. Because he's in London directing. Yes, that's right. Al reminded me that Chris is so busy. He's actually, it looks like Sophia wants to accept the award on Chris's behalf. I thought that's why she was standing up. Thank you, Sophia. Actually, this next award is probably going to resonate with Sophia as well. Did you want to say something as well?
I usually don't like saying much, especially about myself, but Chris Bird, does anybody really know where he is right now?
London?
Dave, where is he? He's at the British Championship, and I've been following him, hopefully you have too, on Twitter, and he showed that he did a live chess game, real people. I think we should start doing that next year. What do you think?
Love it.
Yeah.
Indeed, of all the things I said that Chris can do, I neglected to mention he's also an incredible promoter of the game of chess. Next award, Woman Chess Player of the Year, Sabina Feuser, who captured the hearts of the chess community last year when she won the 2017 U.S. Women's Chess Championship shortly after the unexpected loss of her mom. Sabina, who learned chess from her parents at the age of 4, displayed unwavering determination to honor her mother in poignant fashion. Her final game was a gorgeous queen sacrifice that led to mate. I was grateful to be in the booth at that historic moment, one of the most emotional chess victories I've ever seen. Leila also wanted me to share how incredible Sabina is at the girls' club at the National Scholastics. She's patient with the girls, and she just is so generous with her time. I'm also very excited to introduce Sabina's fiance, Alshan Moradi-Abadi, to accept this award on her behalf.
Hello everyone, I just want to have a few words on behalf of Sabina. She couldn't be here. She's sorry she couldn't because of the tight schedule. It was the only time she could visit her grandmother. So she was in Germany. She just arrived in Philadelphia a couple of hours ago. She's humbled and honored by this recognition, and she would like to thank everyone for the support in the past year after her mom passed away, and it was very difficult, and the support of the chess community was so big for her. And I would like to thank you as a spouse to see that we're both immigrants, and in our country we found something bigger and a community that is brought to us by chess, and this support for her was really big. So that's my personal appreciation, and thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right, and last but not least, we want to present the 2017 MAP State Awards, the Membership Appreciation Program. And these are the state prizes for attracting the most memberships. It is based on the first category of state prizes is based on a percentage gain in membership in a state. And we have first, second, and third place to announce. In first place, the Montana Chess Association. In second place, the Idaho Chess Association. And in third place, the state of Alaska, which doesn't even have an association, but nonetheless has the third largest percentage increase in membership in the state. So congratulations to Montana, Idaho, and Alaska.
Wonderful.
And the second category of state prizes goes to the number of memberships submitted directly by the state affiliate. We have in first place for submitting 473 new memberships, the Maryland Chess Association. In second place for submitting 214 new memberships, the Michigan Chess Association. In third place for submitting 177 membership, The Washington Chess Federation, I understand Steve Shutt is here to accept on behalf of his state.
Oh, and we have Maryland here to accept as well.
Maryland is here to accept as well. Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm going to give you I didn't realize you were here. I'll grab it.
And in fourth place for submitting 136 membership, the Pennsylvania Chess Association. So congratulations to those 4 groups.
So, congratulations to Maryland. Thank you for accepting the award on their behalf, and also to one of my earliest chess coaches, Steve Shutt.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Pennsylvania, I accept this award. We're very proud. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, Steve was very concise there. And there we have it. With 2 minutes to spare, we did it. We have given all the awards out. And I just want to say I'm truly inspired by reading more about the winners in preparation for hosting this event. It reminds me how many of us have gained from chess and warms us to see how many of us are determined to give that back. Enjoy the rest of your weekend here in Madison. Thank you. On behalf of Leila, Dekan, and Jen, and the U.S. Chess Federation, thank you.